Hey, this is Mark Moore, aka Tuxedo Mark, at various places on the internet. It's 1:40 p.m. according to a computer clock on Monday, July 7, 2014. And here's my reaction to Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Crystal Episode 1. I watched this on the day that it came out, on Saturday, July 5th, and first what I did is I opened up the old manga, and this is the original English translation of the manga, not the new one that came out. It's the one by Mix or Tokyo Pop or whatever it is. So I read Act 1, and then I watched the new anime, and it's about 90-something% identical to the manga. I saw another review that said they threw in some stuff that were homages to the original anime. I didn't pick up on those because it's been a long time since I saw the first episode of the original anime. But overall it looks very nice. It's very bright and vibrant. I really like that. It's a lot brighter than the original anime. There were a few very short scenes here and there that they put in that weren't in the original manga, such as Usagi having a dream about her and Mamoru back on the Moon Kingdom, I guess, or during the Silver Millennium or whatever it is. She has a dream before she wakes up and she's late for school. That wasn't in the manga. Also, after she and Mamoru first meet each other on the sidewalk, they stare at each other like they have some kind of recognition between them. I didn't see that happen in the manga. There's a scene when I believe it's Jadeite that sends out the first monster, I forget her name, that he sends her out on her mission, and that wasn't in the manga, I believe. But it's just these very short additions that they made. But yeah, it's very close to the manga. And let's see. In some ways the manga is a bit worse than the anime, because in the manga Usagi meets Mamoru on the street and he's wearing a tuxedo, and that's in the new anime, and she makes a comment about who wears a tuxedo in the daytime. And then later on in the manga she meets this masked guy in a tuxedo, and she's basically like, I recognize that voice, or I heard that voice before, or something. The part about the voice was not in the new episode. I guess they thought that would have made her seem a little too dumb. But I mean, still, she meets a guy in a tuxedo on the street. She has this feeling that she knows him or whatever, or she has this uneasy feeling about something, and then she meets this masked tuxedo guy at night. Jeez. He's wearing this little stupid, masquerade Mardi Gras type mask around his eyes. It's like, I know they have to keep it, but I mean, I would love for them to do a Sailor Moon anime where everyone's identity is just out in the open right from the start. Let's see, what else? It's very similar to the first episode of the anime, from what I recall, anyway, to the first episode of the original anime. But that's because that too just adapted the first act of the manga. We're teased with Sailor Mercury at the end of this first episode, which that didn't happen in the manga, but Sailor Mercury does appear in the very next act of the manga, so she should be in the next act of the anime as well. Yeah, so that would be just 12 days from now. Yeah, it's every 2 weeks on Saturday. It's going to run for 26 episodes. Again, I don't recall offhand how many acts that the original manga is. I probably have to look that up. I don't know if it was 26. So there might be some filler episodes, or I don't know what they're going to do. Queen Beryl didn't appear in the first episode, but she wasn't in the manga either, I don't believe. What else? I think that's about it. I like the new opening and closing themes. They're very nice. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing how this plays out. It should start to differentiate itself from the original anime, starting with the next episode. But yeah, already it's very nice. It's in widescreen, it's in high def. I hope we'll get Blu-rays in 1080p of these episodes. So I think that's about all that I have to say. I'm just really excited. There hasn't been new Sailor Moon anime, at least in the US, since, like, 2000. I believe that's when S and Super S were dubbed. But yeah, share your thoughts and just let me know what you think of it. And it's 1:48 p.m. and that's it. Thanks for watching.